Alright, CSS battle time. Let's get into this right now. As always, I'll put in the description how I think I do on this, or what I do on this. We've got dashes and a couple of dots. I mean, I don't see this as being a border dashed. You know, it's not the right dimensions for it. A border image could work there. And if we do a border image with, I was going to say a radial gradient, but the radial gradient background, if I make it repeat like right there, you know, one spot, it's going to tile, you know, all the way across. So we'd have to address that somehow. Now, what I could do is do the border image on the body and the radial gradient background on the body. And then it would be kind of contained inside of there. I could do it on the HTML actually and let it carry down into the body. The other option would be to do just one background and then a border radius on the body and then box shadow. But yeah, because if I do, that's a tempting solution, because if I do the radial gradient and repeat, I then have to figure out a way of getting rid of all the other repeats for these two dots. Now, if the body was shrunk down to that size, wouldn't be so bad. If it propagates up to everything else, though, it might be. Okay. New idea. What if we do something funny with fonts? So we use the one background. Like on the HTML, we do one and we have the same thing, but the body's over here, and then no, that won't work. Because I got to figure out if I do a border image with this. I could also do a conic gradient. Ooh. What if this is just a conic gradient and it's solid bars through, and the body, and that's two backgrounds. And the body would be a radial gradient. And we'd have to, yeah, I don't know how to make it repeat just once, you know? I guess actually the body could be just this big. And I feel like if I do a conic gradient on the HTML, I have to do a border on it. And then that would be a problem on the body. But you know what? They're having separate styles anyway. So let's go ahead and get something on paper. Just see how it looks, and then I'm gonna decide if I should have gone a different route or not. I guess that's what I gotta do. So border 50 pixels solid. Ooh, let's actually type out 50. There we go. Solid, and we're gonna go pink, right? And then, yeah, I guess that's what I'll do. All right, and then that looks almost right. I think it's gonna be bigger on the sides. Ooh, it's gonna be a bit bigger everywhere. Oh, it's okay. So what that means is I have to do a little bit of margin work to make the border work. I could do a box shadow. So I'm trying to decide if I do the conic gradient route or the border image route. I think I will do the conic gradient route. But if I put it on the body, and I have to have two backgrounds, is what that turns into. Yeah. Okay. Border and margin. I'd have to margin it anyways. It's okay. -5, 0, 0. There we go. Yeah, I'd have to margin it for the conic gradient to work no matter what. No, because border sometimes puts it in the right spot. Let's see. Because we have the same colors, let's go back to 55. And let's see if actually the conic gradient, if I can make it the way it overlaps, make it so that that doesn't actually matter. I'm going to go that way. Then I might not need margin. Conic gradient, and then we're going to start with the it always depends on which way I want to look at it. I don't know if it matters which one. It probably does, and that's probably something I need to get better at knowing. Oh, I didn't get the other color. Okay, I was wondering why well, the gradient wasn't working. There we go. Okay, so there's that. Yeah, I want it the other way around. And here's why. Smaller numbers for positioning that I'm going to do in a moment. You'll see. So let's go Control X, put it over here, and get this color, and then do that. All right. We want this one to be 75%. There we go. That's much better. We are going to say at. Let's position it. It's going to be like 20 pixels across, and then like 50 down. Let's get the sizing of the block right. It's going to be offset by a little bit, but we can get the sizing right. 70, 60. 60 is right, and 30. That looks about right. And then we're going to do positioning. Okay, now let's do sizing. And I think I might need a 0 in there. Let's leave it out and just see if we're running into problems and then fix it. Like 50. Oh, so that's the repeat across. It's 50 pixels. I love that. All right, now vertical. Let's say 100. Not quite. Let's add a 0 and then see if that helps us quite a bit. Okay, let's step this up. 120, 130. I'm actually a little flabbergasted that came together so easily. I'm not that good at these. I'm not. That just happened. So, I mean, I've been fighting these for a long time. Maybe that's why I don't think I'm that good at them, but those numbers just lining up, I'm happy. I am happy. All right, so we have that. Now our body, let's throw an outline on it so we can see it. 2 pixels solid, right? It's right there. And we're going to margin you down. Nope, like 50. Now it's transparent because it doesn't have any kind of background on it right now. Now, do I want to make it a little box with the radial gradient in it? Or do I want to make it its own little thing and then box shadow it? I guess it's easy enough to do both, I guess. So let's see if we can do 70. Some two-digit number that we might, if we can get away with doing a single number there, like I think that'll work. And then I can do a background of a radial gradient. 1Q, that makes it a circle. We're gonna do like 10 pixels. Oh, let's pick our color here. I think I have the yellow color, right? Yep, I do. 10 pixels, right? and then we're going to go to the pink. That's what that's going to be. All right. So we have a very small circle there. It needs to be bigger. Is it double? Is it 20? Not 20, it's 15. There we go. And then we can, let's say, do I want to do the at or just position it? I think I can just position it because 20 pixels, right? 25, okay. And if we do a repeat of like every 50 pixels, all right, let's walk it back. I don't think I need the ads. On 5, oh man. All right, so what I have here is the proper repeat distance means we do get those circles overlapping. I wonder if I can throw in a fixed. Does that change anything? Well, we can do a 0 then, but I still get that same repeat. It just means adding in stuff right here. So we're going to take that fixed out. We'll put our 15 back because it's going to be fewer characters add two, things to this. Because this would be 90. And then once I shift things back over, hey, look, we even saved a character or two there. So cool. So we can take the outline off. Now, I think I can take these and cut them out, put them at the beginning of the gradient, and it still reads properly for the shorthand. But what that means is when we're minifying, we can get rid of the parentheses as well, because the gradient is the last thing. So let's minify, let's see where we're at, and then I think I can take a couple minutes to just do the radial border radius solution too and just compare it. So we're at 186 characters right now minified. And the reason why I minified it is because when you add lines, each line has like 4 extra spaces on it. And so that makes things interesting. All right, so let's get rid of this background. Let's put the margin down here. Let's put an outline back on it. 2 pixels, solid. Good. Let's go border radius 1 inch. It's not going to need much. We just need more sideways margin. 150. Oops. 30. Okay. I gotta move it. So we gotta do more margin to get it in the right spot. It looks like the top and bottom at least is right. So, but if we want left and right to move properly, 110. 105, something like that, and then 120 the wrong way. And this one can be 105, and then that one can be 120, 40, 50. Okay, let's look at what our background is. Nothing. If I get the background to transfer down, it's at 30 and 60. I feel like we will have a yellow circle. And let's just see. We'll have a bunch of border too. We have a big border. Let's spin this one off to its own selector. That's kind of my answer for that sort of thing. Okay. All right. Yeah, we can't quite use it. Okay. So let's put it border back. Okay. Do all that. We'll just write a background for it so that we don't have to. There we go. It would be too much trouble to make the background work. So we have to write another background. We do that, and then, I mean, I had to write a background for the other one, but that's kind of all I had to write. Border radius. Okay, and then we can just box shadow it. 50 pixels, 0. And make it yellow. Okay. Turn on the diff. It looks good. And when we minify, I think this one's longer. Yeah, we're at 300. No way. It's seriously over 100 characters longer? Am I missing something? Did I really write that much more code for this? It says 315 up here. Yeah, it's 315. I'm not missing something. Okay, let's go into my solutions. Let's grab that one. Load code makes it easier. Now let's clean this one up because obviously this is where I want to stay. All right, 15 pixels. That is a really Z5VH. Love that. Okay. 55. Let's see. We can get away with Q because this one does not have to be precise. Ooh, it has to be a little bit precise because it affects everything else. But that looks really good. Let's see if we can get away with it. It's just I can shift everything else with my positioning. It works. Don't question it. All right, 30 pixels would be 10 VH, which doesn't help me any, and 60 pixels. But would 30 pixels across, I wonder if I can do percentages here. 10%, 20, 30, 40, 50, 58? Let's hit submit. It looks good. Surprising percentage amount, 99.4. Yeah, it looks odd. That percentage is not working like how I would expect. 99.7. Okay, let's try. I mean, maybe I'm not understanding what the percentage is of. Like, what's the percentage being measured of? Is it 60? There we go, 60%. Okay. So that was 30 pixels. What is 60 pixels going to be? Let's try 60. 80? No. 45, 46. I mean, that saves us a few characters. If that works. We're good. Okay. I wonder if this percentage is of these values here. You know, 60% is 30 pixels to 50. That's 3/5 is 60%. Yeah. Okay. So that's what those values are playing off of. All right. So if I change those to Q, it is going to affect these as well, which makes me not want to touch them. You know what I'm saying? But would these be percentage values of the whole of the HTML? I don't think the percentage works here because watch, I hit. Ooh, percentage does work here. Let's look at the diff. Yes, it does. So we need more like, okay, so it shrunk, so I don't know what it's going to be with the border. 10, 20, 25, 26. I got to look at what I'm doing here. 26 is way too much. Looking a little better. I don't think this will quite work. Okay. We're going to go back to 50 pixels. Oh, that's right, because, you know, just changing this value is also affecting this value. So I'm not just moving one thing around. So that's a real issue here. I don't think this one's going to work. Yeah, 99.9. I will not play with that one right there. I'm going to leave it well enough alone. On the 130 pixels, I feel like it's going to be the same deal, but It's, let's just see. This one's a little bit easier, it seems like. Let's try 69. Okay, 68. That's probably for the best. Maybe I do have to do 70. That doesn't look as great on the diff either. Yeah, it's worse. So let's try 70. Oh, that looks really bad. Alright. 130 pixels. Does that divide into anything else easily? I don't know. I don't know. But again, I think because it's not just its own value, but these, because they change these percentage and they're relying on that, we're not gonna be able to get anything else out of it. Last test, will 53Q work here? Yes, it will. All right, now this one should be okay too, I hope. We dropped a few characters doing all that. Yeah, we're good. Okay, that's it. That's the solution I have. So let me know if actually if yeah, I don't know. I don't know what to let me know. Just let me know how you did, what you did, how you looked at it. It's always fun to compare notes and collaborate on these, you know? It's the community. That's kind of what keeps me coming back to these puzzles every day. So, hope you're having fun, and I will catch you later.